The phone that remembered. Buzz, buzz, buzz. It was the same sound every night at midnight, a quiet, insistent vibration that seemed almost personal. Mia groaned, pulling the blanket over her head. Her phone lay on the nightstand, glowing softly. She hadn't even set an alarm. Yet, there it was again, a message, time-stamped precisely 12 minutes after the hour. "Do you remember me?" Her heart stuttered. She didn't know who it was. She didn't recognize the number. At first, Mia thought it was a prank. She ignored it, deleted it. But the messages kept coming. Each one contained details she never shared. Things about her day, her thoughts, the book she'd left open on the living room table. "You dropped your cup on the carpet at 7:43. Did it stain?" Her blood ran cold. She lived alone. No one should know that. The phone never rang, never called. It only remembered. Days later, Mia returned to her parents' house to retrieve some old boxes. She found an old diary, hers from high school. She flipped through the pages, and a memory hit. She had sent herself text reminders years ago on this very phone, long before it had become smart. Only these messages didn't make sense. They were fragments, reminders she didn't recall writing. "Look at the painting in the hallway. It matters. Don't trust the stranger at the bus stop." And somehow, the phone had saved them all, waiting. The messages escalated. They weren't just memories. They were instructions. Go to the park bench at 6:15 p.m. Check the mailbox before you sleep. She tried to resist, to delete the messages, but the phone seemed to anticipate her moves. The messages would return, even when she changed numbers, even when she left town. Mia became obsessed. She followed the instructions, each one eerily accurate. A lost wallet, a stray cat, a friend who needed help. It wasn't just a phone. It was alive. One rainy afternoon, she remembered writing in her diary, "If only someone could watch over me, even when I forget myself." She had laughed then, thinking it silly. Now she wondered if she had somehow programmed her own guardian, some unseen intelligence tied to her memories, her fears, her routines. The phone didn't forget. It knew her better than she knew herself. One night, the phone gave her the strangest message yet. "Don't open the door." Moments later, a knock, slow, deliberate, came from her front door. Mia's hand shook as she peered through the peephole. No one was there. "Look outside the window." She obeyed. A shadow moved across the garden. Someone, something. She couldn't tell. Her chest tightened. The phone vibrated again. "Trust me, they aren't yours to meet yet." By now, Mia understood. The phone wasn't malicious. It wasn't a hacker, a ghost, or even a spirit. It was a record of her life, a memory keeper, built from every text she had ever sent, every reminder, every fleeting thought she had allowed herself to write down. And now it was using that knowledge to protect her, to give her warnings, to guide her, to keep her safe in ways she hadn't understood before. She realized with a chill, if she had ignored it before, the consequences could have been far worse. The moment of acceptance. She sat on her bed, phone in hand, and smiled faintly. "I remember you too." The vibration stopped. The screen went dark. For the first time in months, Mia felt peace. She had learned to trust the device that remembered her better than she remembered herself. And in that quiet, she felt a connection. Not to the technology, but to her own life, her own choices, her own survival. The phone had kept her alive in memory, and now it was finally letting her live again. Months later, Mia's friends would ask why she never upgraded her old phone. She'd smile, tucking it into her bag. "It remembers too much," she'd say softly. And sometimes, just before midnight, the screen would glow for a brief moment. A vibration. A message. "Good night, Mia. She would look at it, smile, and whisper back, "Good night." Buzz, buzz, buzz. The phone never forgot.